350 people from the school showed up. And it was awesome, and I got the mic, and I got to help everyone understand why this game was so cool. I mean, playing is great, you know. I love playing, I love going to tournaments, I love training for tournaments, but there is nothing more satisfying than looking at a crowd of people and helping them get what I love. And for anyone watching, if you have any friends or any family, that's absolutely something that you should do. I mean, that's why in this last year, you know, I haven't gotten the chance to play as much, but I still need that fix, and I just want to do as much commentary on the games and just share everything of 12 years of playing Starcraft, about all my thoughts and everything, and you know, just to interact with this unbelievably kick-ass community. I mean, some of the things that people were asking is, you know, how do you deal with juggling school and work and all this stuff with StarCraft? I mean, the answer is that I love StarCraft so much, and I love that I love StarCraft so much. So I'll go to school, I'll hang out with friends, but I have no shame if there's a Friday night and I just want to hang in and play StarCraft. I went to LAN parties nonstop in high school. And now in college, you know, I don't have that much work I have to do after tonight. And you know what? I'm going to play StarCraft II. I don't need to go out. I don't need to follow any sort of weird social norm like, oh, you're at college, you don't go to parties, you know, like, well, not this weekend. I want to play StarCraft, and I think that's awesome. And you know what? I'm going to host an event on the weekend and bring everyone in. I'm going to host the OSL down in the main screen auditorium that's a 50-inch projector, and everyone's going to show up and realize why that's so cool. So, you know what? I think I've just about hit most of what it's like been playing a StarCraft player. There are so many lessons that I've learned that have been so valuable to me. For instance, losing. A loss is not a bad thing. A failure is not something to be scorned or avoided, or something you should reassure someone on and say, no, it's okay, the Russian judge was just in a bad mood. Those losses, those games that you did not play well, that you lost, that is not you. That is not a reflection of you. That game is completely external to you. And if you just look at it, all that loss is an arrow that points you in the wrong direction. In the worst case scenario, if I lose 100 games, I have 100 different sources of information I can review in order to become a better player. So now I have such a small fear of failure, because you know what? If I completely botch a tournament in the 2005 finals against a player because I choked, no big deal. I'll be back again next year, and I will learn from that mistake, and I will be clutch in the future. You know, it's helped me realize, you know, like if I screw up an assignment, it's not that big a deal. If I end up losing a relationship, you know, it doesn't end up working out, I can deal with it a lot better now. I know that because you have to make decisions so quickly in StarCraft, I now have very little issue just making decisions. And I realize the importance of being able to decide now and figure out if that's better later. Too often I think people spend all this time waffling on various issues. They say, should I do A and should I do B? And they're too scared to make a decision. StarCraft makes you proud to be a decision maker and makes you love being a decision maker. All these situations that you can end up in are so much easier if you have that experience. And I mean, the last thing I want to say is that, I mean, you learn the importance of community. No one in StarCraft holed themselves up, played by themselves, and then came back and was better than everyone. Players played with each other and discussed with each other and formed really tight friendships overseas. Some of my best friends just live in Europe thanks to StarCraft. That community aspect is just so dear to me. So I'll finish with this last question that someone said, which is, what do you want to do with StarCraft II? Do you want to become a professional player? Do you want to become a commentator? My life dream is for esports to be big in the West. I want it to be huge. So I would so dearly want to be the ambassador to esports. I want to be the person who you can show your mom to and say, look at this guy. This guy isn't homeless. He didn't turn out horrifically awful, right? He played this game, and it has brought him far in life. And listen to how he describes this game. That great feeling that he's able to talk about, that is what I feel. That is, you know, something that I think is so important, just to be able to spread it to as many people as possible. And I just want the love and the passion for esports to just never die. And it would be it would be a life well spent if I could do that. So it's been about 2 hours. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in live. And for any of you who has a drink, I'd like to make a toast to for 12 years to my dearest friend, the Starcraft community, who's been with me with ups and downs through everything. Always remember to believe in yourself and dream big. Cheers.